And we are live. Welcome everybody to the I Inspire Movement webinar. We're broadcasting all across the United States of America tonight. And I am so glad that you're here with us. Thank you for listening. For the person that invited you onto the webinar, we are going to be discussing social innovation, social issues, social entrepreneurship, and how we can really make a difference. Not just go to a chicken dinner, buy a red ribbon, buy pink Kellogg's for breast cancer. How we can really collectively, as a movement, solve hunger, poverty, human trafficking, causes that are dear to our hearts, but that we frankly don't have time to be involved with because we're too busy trying to make a living ourselves. And so we're going to be discussing tonight a leading thinker, a leading social entrepreneur, a brilliant man named Dan Pallotta, one of my heroes. It's going to lay the foundation for the rest of our discussion about what the I Inspire movement is, how it works, and how you can be involved in making a difference and making excellent money at the same time. So, Mr. Producer, cut 7, ready, go.
I was chairing the Harvard Hunger Action Committee, and we were doing these little fasts for Oxfam, and I was reading about the massive mortality associated with hunger and hunger-related disease, and these little fundraisers we were doing felt puny and utterly ineffectual, and I wanted to do something big, but I didn't have any big ideas. And I realized that I hadn't been thinking big enough. So we built a large organization. We had about 400 full-time employees in 16 U.S. offices. These events were huge in scale. Over the course of 9 years, we had 182,000 people ride or walk in one of those events. They raised a total of $581 million.
Stop. $581 million, you guys. This was a college student that wanted to make a difference, was doing fundraisers, like he said, and he started not a charity, not a nonprofit, a for-profit company that was able to scale and provide $581 million for AIDS and breast cancer research. That's pretty incredible, and you would think intuitively, well, yeah, if I really want to make a difference, I want to be in the nonprofit sector. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Producer.
We launched the Breast Cancer 3 Days with an initial investment of $350,000 in risk capital. And if that donor had said, I don't want it spent on fundraising, I want it spent on programs, we wouldn't have been able to launch the Breast Cancer 3 Days. Well, within 5 years, we had multiplied that 554 times into $194 million net after all expenses in unrestricted money for breast cancer research. If you were a foundation, a philanthropist really interested in breast cancer, what would make more sense? Go out and find the most innovative breast cancer researcher in the world, as Venture Philanthropy advised, and give her $350,000 and insist that 100% of it be spent on breast cancer research, and essentially purchase $350,000 worth of breast cancer research, or go out and find the most innovative breast cancer researcher in the world and give her a fundraising department the $350,000 to potentially multiply it into $194 million for breast cancer research. And even if it didn't multiply by 554 times, even if it only multiplied by a factor of 2, $700,000 for breast cancer research is twice as good as $350,000 for breast cancer research.
Okay, can you guys see how just giving is far less effective for solving social problems than growth, than a for-profit model, marketing, entrepreneurship, advertising. In this case, it was $190 million more effective to do this than just donating money to the cause. Pretty incredible stuff. Okay, continue, Mr. Producer.
I think we all get involved in this work because we dream of changing the world. Now, I know that in this age, it can sound silly to talk about dreams, right? Dreams are unserious. Dreams are sophomoric. There are urgent issues to be dealt with right now. We cannot luxuriate in your idealistic, childish dreams. But I don't believe that dreams are silly. I think that a dream taken seriously, set in space and with a goal in time, is the most sophisticated thing known to humanity. You look at the sophistication of the Apollo program. You look at the sophistication of the civil rights movement. What's silly, what's sophomoric, is to squander all of our excitement and our God-given human potential on anything less than a great dream.
Stop, Mr. Producer. I love that. Pretty cool listening to a guy talk about dreams that has made dreams come true. Kind of lets you dare to dream. And with a focused, collective movement that we're creating, we can create something that scales, that's amazing, like this, that's going to be able to donate $1 million a month to causes. And I can't even wait to tell you what the rest of this is going to be like, because it's going to blow your mind. But let's continue. He's going to now lay out the problems, what they are, to remind us the magnitude of their scale and how that's working in the charity model. Okay, Mr. Producer, continue.
If we look at the needles on the gauges of the big social issues, the world isn't changing very much. In 1992, UNAIDS estimated that 1.1 million adults and children died of AIDS in the world. 20 years later, despite the introduction of protease inhibitors, that number wasn't lower but stood higher at 1.7 million adults and children who died of AIDS in the world in 2011. In 1990, it was estimated that there were about 175 million people chronically malnourished in Africa. 20 years later, that number isn't lower but higher at 239 million people chronically malnourished in Africa. Poverty has remained stuck at 12% of the US population for 4 decades. It's estimated to be at 15% now. The adult illiteracy rate in the United States in 1990 was 14%. 20 years later, no change in that, still 14%. This is not the rate of change that any of us hoped for 20 years ago. It's certainly not a rate of change with which any of us would be happy 20 years from now. And so the question is, why has the nonprofit sector not been able to make more progress on these issues? Don't we have a right to dream of tackling some of these huge issues? While Google is out there changing the way the world gets all of its information, and Apple is disrupting industry after industry, and Richard Branson this year will take people privately into space. If we're happy with social change at the pace of molasses, I think we have a system that's really great at that, and we shouldn't change a thing. But if we want to fulfill our real human potential, and we want to see some of these problems solved while we're still alive, then there is a reason to have this conversation. And there is a reason to think very differently about these things.
This is why it's social enterprise that's going to be the way to solve these problems. The Harvard Business Review has said that social enterprise will be the most dynamic business model of this millennium. So it's guys like Dan Pallotta creating $580 million for AIDS and breast cancer research. Companies like Tom's using the for-profit model that's put 10 million pairs of shoes on kids' feet, that they've been able to grow and scale and create their own money. Dan Pallotta talks about Apple, Amazon, and Google and their scale, and that's what we need to be doing with our social enterprises that can grow and scale and have a far greater capacity than nonprofits constantly having to ask for money and not getting anywhere. I'm going to share with you our special model for social enterprise that you can be involved in. But before I do, I got to share this funny clip with you about Dan Pallotta and him responding to people saying that, oh, but there's this great feeling and psychic benefit to working in the nonprofit sector and not making any money at all. And it's pretty funny. So we'll go with that, and then right when we come back, we're going to share with you the I Inspire movement business. So, Mr. Producer, I think it's cut 15. Ready? You got it? Okay, go.
Now, some people say to me, well, look, There's enormous good feeling and psychic benefit associated with helping other people, and that psychic benefit is what will draw these people in. To which I've said, look, there's a hell of a lot of psychic benefit associated with making $400,000 a year, and here's where the real psychic benefit comes in: being able to donate $100,000 to charity and have that kind of power and influence, because the goodness of a person's heart will only take on so much career jeopardizing risk. The goodness of a person's heart will only do so many multiples of their current work at the same salary.
Okay guys, in similar fashion to Tom's shoes, in the sense that our product is wearable, we have a business model that's what we call Cause Apparel, okay? And we've adapted some elements from some existing companies. So this is not something we just came up with. This is a very proven model. There's this cool company that has been doing Cause Apparel, and in 4 years they've donated $4 million to causes and had about $16 million of revenue by designing t-shirts that represent causes and then partnering with a partner charity. And then at the end of that period that they're working with that partner charity, they donate a large portion of their sales to the partner charity. So what we do that's a little different is every month of the year we pick a different cause, whether it's homelessness, child starvation, human trafficking, that kind of thing. And then we create a really cool t-shirt design that represents that cause, and then we find and partner with a charity that specializes in that cause. And then at the end of the month, we donate 10% of all of our revenue to the partner charity. And then what's really cool is as soon as we write the check, we send in a film crew that goes around and follows the donation and the impact and shows the good they did with it. And then that video gets turned into an inspiring multimedia piece, and everybody that bought a shirt gets to see how that little shirt made a big difference in the world. Now, the other way we've adapted this other model is that instead of selling these shirts a la carte, where we just start from zero every month, we're actually signing people up on Cause Apparel subscriptions, which is really cool because it allows the revenue to grow and scale big, where we can be donating $1 million a month to a cause every month and have some serious impact and get past this. What can I do besides buy breast cancer Kellogg's, wear a pink ribbon, or go to a chicken dinner? This is something real that can have real impact, and it's fun because you're going to get to watch it. So the t-shirt subscriptions creates revenues for the causes, and it also creates residual and ongoing funds for you and your life. Okay, so it's super, super exciting and very lucrative and impactful for our social mission. Okay, and here are some of our cause teas that we have done. We've been working with a hunger charity. We've been able to provide meals to over 7,000 starving children. We're working right now with a veteran foundation that's helping young men and young women that have served us in the military that are coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan that cannot find jobs. We're helping them start businesses with an entrepreneurship program. And then coming up in March, we're going to be working with a homeless cause. And so these are the cool shirts that you'll get to wear and bring awareness to causes while creating residual funding for these organizations as well as yourself. Guys, it's super, super easy to get started. We have 2 plans to get going. We have a $40 plan and a $100 plan. Okay, I'm just going to go over the $100 plan. It is a awesome 3-tier affiliate program with some upfront commissions. So check these out. So this is how you get started for only $10 bills and get your money back right away and start making money and creating a social good movement or a social enterprise movement. So for the $100, you're going to get your new social entrepreneur startup guide. You're going to get your first fashion cause shirt,
or the I Inspire brand shirt. It just depends on what part of the month you come into the business. And you're also going to get 10 of these cool wristbands to share in our viral social sharing tool, which is literally off the hook. It's going to make this so easy to share online, just on social media, which I'm going to show that to you in a second. So you do that, you can start sharing right away, bring in 3 other affiliates, you're going to make that money back lickety split. Let me show you. So on the first and second tiers, we pay a 10% enrollment bonus and a 20% enrollment bonus when you bring on another affiliate. And so that does a $100 package. So it starts with you, and you bring on those 3 guys, and you're going to earn $30. That's 10%. And then the next, those people are going to go do their 3 people, and you're going to make $180. And now you've got your money back at $210, and you're starting to rock and roll. So we have a more in-depth compensation plan, and we'll be happy to go over that with you later. Get with the person that invited you on the call. Tell them you're in for the movement. You want to make a difference. You want to get a shirt and start cranking this thing out and growing this up, blowing this up, so we can start doing a lot of good and doing some really fun videos to show the good that we're doing. If you need to do the $40 plan, awesome. Do the $40 plan, and then the t-shirt subscriptions is $35 a month for either the $100 plan or the $40 startup plan. Okay. Right now, I'm going to jump over to showing you the viral social sharing tool. You're going to absolutely love this. Do you have a Facebook page? Do you spend a few minutes a week on social media? If your answer is yes, I can show you in the next 3 minutes how to turn your Facebook into your own private cash machine. Hi, I'm Daniel Woods, founder of the I Inspire movement. If you're watching this right now, then a friend probably shared this post with you. And you banded with us by accepting your free band. So you know we're a social good business, kind of like Tom's Shoes or Warby Parker Eyewear, but you didn't know that part of our social mission is to help you make an excellent living by creating a social good movement on Facebook. That's social enterprise, doing good for the world while doing well for yourself and your family. We fine-tuned this and made it so simple that the only thing you have to remember is the number 3. Everything else is just a matter of a few mouse clicks. Okay, so here's how you do it. 1. Become an I Inspire movement social entrepreneur. 2. Get on Facebook. 3. Invite your friends to band with us by sharing the free I Inspire band post. This is a social movement on social media. No selling, no phone calls. You don't have to spend thousands to get started, and it only takes a few minutes a week. As a matter of fact, you could start making money in as little as 10 minutes from now. Take a look at this. How would you like to get one of our cool cause shirts for free? Well, simply share with 3 friends and you're on your way to earning a free cause tee. How about a free cause shirt that supports a new cause each month? Help those friends share with their 3 friends on Facebook and their 3 friends on Facebook through 3 cycles or levels of duplication, and you'll get your cause apparel for free for the rest of your life. Simply share 1 more duplication cycle of those friends sharing with 3 friends, and you're making your car payment. How about 1 more cycle making your rent or monthly mortgage payment? A couple more cycles and you're making full-time income on Facebook, playing a game, giving out cool bands in the I Inspire movement, literally creating tens of thousands of dollars a month to help fight starvation, homelessness, and human trafficking, to name a few. Who wouldn't want to play that game? And I know it sounds too good to be true. Everyone gets different results, but we've done all the work and made it super simple to earn extra money with Facebook and the I Inspire movement. The only thing we ask you to do as an I Inspire social entrepreneur is to pay it forward by getting a monthly cause shirt subscription that supports the cause of the month. So how about it? Change the world with us and turn your Facebook page into your own social good business. It really is as easy and as fun as playing a game. But the money is real. And the social impact changes lives. Click the link below to get started. Oh, and one more thing. The quicker you become an I Inspire social entrepreneur, the quicker you'll start building your own movement of other social entrepreneurs. When they share the movement through Facebook, they're making you money. And even more money for social causes we all care so deeply about. Okay, join the movement and click the link in the description below to get started. Okay, guys. Well, before we wrap up real quick, I just wanted to turn a brief second over to one of our top advisors, Jeremy Reynolds, who has been tremendously successful online and the affiliate marketing and the network marketing. And he has given us a lot of insight into the creation of this tool, and it really is something phenomenal. So I'm just going to turn a brief second over to Jeremy Reynolds. Take it away, Jeremy.
Well, I appreciate to be on here with all you guys today, and I appreciate Daniel and his excitement for this business, and for Jay, linking a lot of people together, and all the distributors of iInspire, I guess all of the social advocates and social entrepreneurs. But when you start seeing the value of this tool and you start seeing people getting this, they're going to be interested in recruiting into our business simply because they went through and said, this is the coolest tool I've seen. And you say, oh yeah, this is how we're going to build this network, and you can too. And to me, we can use this as a massive recruiting tool.
You know what? I've already got 2 people who are going to join on Wednesday just because of my Facebook post. I mean, they sent me private messages. Jay, what are you doing? Can I make money at this? I said, sure.
There you go.
On a phone call Wednesday at 7.
Okay, everybody, that's it for the webinar tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to invite you personally to join the movement. If you can say, you know what, I can do that. And if the people you share with say, I can do that, I have nothing to lose, $10 bills, 10% of it's going to charity anyway. And if that person can say, yeah, I can do that, and we can start creating a movement, you guys, this is going to be amazing, and hang on and get ready for the ride. So get with the person that put you on the webinar. Go to our website. It's super easy. www.iinspiremovement.com. Click on shop, become a social entrepreneur, and sign up and join the movement and bring people to the next webinar. We have these every Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday. So there's always one of these to share the movement with somebody. And we have amazing tools coming out. And let's make a movement, everybody. So thank you for being on the webinar tonight. And we will talk to you in just a second on the Q&A session on the half hour. And the number to dial is actually in the email. So you'll be redirected automatically to a screen share after this. And then if you want to ask a question and listen to the Q&A, just dial the phone number and put in the PIN. Okay, everybody, good night. This is Daniel Woods signing off.